I've got the new iPad. I've had it for a few months, actually. It got sent to me by the inventor. That's who you're dealing with there, Steve.
Bloody hell.
You've got it, aren't you?
Still getting free shit.
My favourite app on this is that you just type in what you want it to say, and it says it.
Karl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's good, that.
It's almost certainly what it was designed for.
I haven't seen that on the advert.
Karl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's great. She sounds like a Radio 4 news announcer.
So what is that for?
How's it going with your bird, Karl? Are you married?
No.
How long have you been out with her? Going out with her?
7 years.
Because, I mean, you're quite a simple man.
Yeah.
You're sort of a simple
In a nice way. I mean, you're like Helen from Big Brother.
Yeah,
You're sort of nice enough, but
I look normal.
well, yeah, you sort of do. But you could be one of those that just suddenly go mental with a pen.
Yeah,
Do you know
just
what I mean?
stab people through the eyes.
Yeah, you sort of look normal. But if I wouldn't really want to wind you up to a point of frenzy.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you found out and said
We worked at the same place.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work, you met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her
Why
at
are you
work?
having an attack on me? You're the
not
one
having an
who's
attack
sad and lonely.
Oh, he's done you again. He's done you
Yeah,
again.
but what I thought was interesting was I just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
It's like a
but
bear caught in a trap.
it's funny, isn't it? You'll never learn.
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was, because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
All right, jeez. I love the fact he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, you know, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And
Oh, what's this? Where's that come from?
He's done it again. He's done you again.
I was walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
You did start it though, didn't you?
Well, Karl, I'm glad you brought this up. Because because I mean, for me, you know, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show on XFM on a Saturday afternoon is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way.
Oh God! I'll tell you what will cheer you up and forget all that. A bit of Embrace.
Oh, one of the most hated bands. Karl, can I have a Jaffa cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think. You don't mean me, do you?
No.
All right, good.
Thanks. Steve.
Now, we interviewed Karl there. I think we've learned a little bit more about Karl there.
We did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Karl, because I used to be... You concentrating. Don't put it all in at once.
Karl, chew. Chew before you swallow. Careful. You'll hurt yourself. All right.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
What?
Not chewing.
The amount of times I nearly died as a kid.
What? Forgetting to chew.
Choking.
Sure.
Mint Imperials. My mum stopped time.
Drinking them with water.
She'd have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shell, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa cakes and everything. We let him on the
He has to
radio.
go and live with his stepmom again in a week.
Oh,
They're the
no.
ones who listen.
Oh,
what do you say?
really?
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she? I imagine.
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as
cheap comedy material. I'd hate you to think that, Karl.
Oh, chimpanzee that, Monkey News Extra.
Okay.
Right, another phrase. We've been talking about phrases today.
Yeah, we have,
Don't touch
yeah.
your granny when she's shaving.
Yeah.
Don't touch your granny to suck eggs.
Yeah.
Don't look a horse in the mouth.
Yeah. Don't let the chin pass the jaw if you're tucking your cock in.
Familiar with the phrase monkey business?
No, never heard that one before, Karl. That's brilliant.
Right, well, it came about. This has been emailed in and I haven't really had a chance to look at it, so I'm just weighing it up now.
God.
Yeah.
This is the biggest shambles on air, isn't it? Really?
I'm ashamed of it.
I mean, what was Dr. Fox? Dr. Fox must have been really polite. He must have been thinking, I don't know how to put this. He must have wanted to scream and go, "You shouldn't be in the radio authority."
My parents listen online. I can't look them in the eye.
Right, I think I've weighed it up. Long time ago, right?
Yeah.
In the
olden days, yeah.
in
Go
the Amazon jungle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Little family of monkeys in there, right? Having a good life, right? Didn't have any predators in there, right? So they were loving it.
Yeah.
They had a load of food around them. They had loads of banana trees, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, they did.
Sorry, yeah.
Everything's going great, so they're happy in that. They go to bed,
Okay.
wake up in the morning, load of bananas gone.
Ooh, hang on, interesting.
Hold on, wait a minute.
So
Either your dad's been around, or...
This isn't the great Amazon banana robbery, is it?
So anyway, turns out it was another load of monkeys from another part of the island, from the rough bit.
From the rough bit, I love it! They went into a middle class area.
they're the ones with the earrings and the leather jackets.
Oh, that is brilliant! From a rough part of the island.
So the monkeys thought, well, there's no point getting into a fight with them because they're harder than we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, and they carry chains.
So
I love all this conjecture!
They got flip knives and tattoos.
Yeah, go on.
so basically, they said, let's do some business with the bananas.
Let's do some business with the bananas.
Shit! This is...
What are you talking about?
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Right, calm down, we haven't got much time left.
Oh, God! What do you mean they said...
Forget it.
No, don't forget it! Carl, do not press that! Switch the record off. Switch the record off.
Christ!
Switch the record off, Carl.
What are you talking about? What did they do? Oh.
Let's do business with the bananas.
Yeah.
So they said, well, rather than them coming robbing them, we'll flog them. So that put a stop to it then. The monkeys came. They didn't have money. They said, give us some bananas. And it says
So what, they exchange bananas for bananas?
for berries and nuts. So that's where the phrase monkey business
No, it's
comes from. Little business to set up.
Right, there, God. That's the end of that as well. So that's the end. That is a shame. That's the end of Rockbusters and Monkey News. Well done. You've done it in one show.
Right. I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah.
Is one.
I've got to go for that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or the other one is the police are causing a bit of a stir.
He still says it like it's the best thing he's ever come up with, which in a way it is.
It could be. Right, go on then. I'm committed to this treatment.
Right. Do you know the saying?
Is it just sayings now? Are they all sayings this week?
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, the other one isn't. Frog in your throat?
The saying, there's a frog in your throat?
Yeah.
I assume it's when you croak a little bit. You sound like a frog.
No. Right. Might seem a bit weird, this one, right? But years ago...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what is that clue? Committed to this treatment?
It's about frogs Kermitted.
Probably works better with a K and an ER written down.
Well, also, if you'd pronounced it Kermitted,
yeah.
but not committed.
Committed to this treatment! Right, go on then.
That's genius.
So yeah.
Well, what?
You go to the doctors and you go with throat hurting a bit.
Right.
And what they did ages ago.
Ages ago? What year was this approximately?
We are going back quite a bit with this one.
Oh, okay, go on.
And the doctor would say...
He got in history. Imagine years ago. Go on.
And the doctor would say, right, keep your mouth open, I need to look at your tonsils. And the jaw would ache a bit, because they weren't as quick back then, because they didn't have the technology and stuff, and they'd have to, like, stare at it and study it and stuff. And, like, they get an achy jaw, right?
Keeping their mouth open.
Yeah, like, you get, you know, when you eat a Mars bar or whatever, it's a bit... So, they'd sat there, and they used to always close their mouth, and it used to annoy the doctor, right?
Sure.
So what they did, they used to get a toad,
right,
and put it in the mouth.
Rubbish.
Okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
And that way they couldn't close the mouth because either they'd squash it,
right,
or apparently you're not allowed to lick a toad's back.
So the doctor would have them for breaking the law.
No, but it's poisonous, right? A toad's back. You should never lick a toad's back.
Or put it in your mouth, really.
Oh, just stop for a second.
Wait. What?
Can I just ask one question?
Go on,
Can I
yeah,
just
go
ask
on.
one question?
I've got a few, but go on.
Sure. My initial thought is, it sounds like a brilliant bit of sort of medical knowledge there. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
My only thought is, how does the doctor see past the toad at your tonsils?
What's he actually looking at with the mouth open? Surely the toad is
Isn't
in
it
the
like
way.
hopping around in the way?
It didn't say.
Sorry, and my first question is, was this on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Carl, that is bollocks. That is... I mean...
Well, alright then. Let's turn this round. Where does the saying, you got a frog in your throat come from?
Probably because you sound a bit croaky. Probably that. Probably because you sound a little bit like a frog when you've got a sore throat.
Carl, did you not question it just for a moment when you read it? Just for a second, didn't you think, that seems an odd approach? Firstly, why a frog, of all the different
Because
species?
it's poisonous. A toad.
So it's a toad as well.
Yeah, well, it worked. I'm committed. Worked.
No, not that.
No, my point is it's frog in the throat.
I was gonna change it to, have you heard the news Toad Day? But I went with the frog.
Oh God!
Right, so
that's
think
rubbish.
about it.
So that's rubbish. Next, can I have
Let's play a tune, let's come up with the
God.
last one. Can I just say... No, just play it.
Yeah?
Yo, Carl. Well, now to one of our most popular features. I mean, this could even rival Monkey News one day. It is Monkey News. It's you know, it's news from the point of view of a monkey, a shaved monkey. It's Karl Pilkington's diary. Oh, he's written it down, yeah.
Was that the jingle, or were you just just
sort
annoyed about something? Okay. Went and did the podcast. We had a meeting after. I don't like meetings, as I can't keep focused on what people are talking about. I think Ricky has the same problem as after 25 minutes he was trying to wrestle me. I tried to do what spiders do and stayed still as if I was dead. And Ricky just stayed on top of me, not moving. A bit like when you see one of them big snakes swallowing a sheep. Ricky got bored and released me. I went home thinking, why had I left my old job for this? A homeless man asked me for some money, but I didn't feel like I should treat him, as I felt that he'd probably had a better day than me. Oh, God. Suzanne called me to say she'd gone for a haircut, and that she'd meet me in the supermarket. I went to the supermarket, but she wasn't there. I called her and she said she was near the fruit aisle. I went to the fruit aisle and she wasn't there. Turns out she was in a different supermarket on the other side of town, and that if I'd listened to her properly, I'd have known that. I didn't want to say that
Well, you just went to the first supermarket you thought of, as opposed to listening to what supermarket... I'm in the supermarket, alright, bye.
I didn't want to say that I hadn't heard her properly, because my ears were ringing a bit from the wrestling from earlier. 25 minutes later, I met up with Suzanne. Her haircut wasn't that bad. Normally her haircuts are followed by an argument between us, as she pays over the odds for some daft haircut that's the latest style.
Brilliant.
I wish she'd take a picture out of a magazine or ask for a style rather than letting the hairdresser do what she wants. I said I only tell her to do this as she's got a square head, and a close-cut hairdo makes it look squarer. She said, what do you think of this cut? I said it looked alright, as I couldn't be bothered arguing about it. It's weird writing a diary. I don't know who thought of doing one of these first. The last time I did one was at school. They used to get you to do it so they could keep an eye on whatever you were up to. My diary used to say the same thing every night. Got home, went to the shop to get potatoes, bread, milk. Went home, watched telly, went to bed. I think I might have gone to Twiggy's Dance Club, just so I had something different to write. You've not told us about Twiggy's Dance Club.
It's just, you know, I sort of, when I was a kid, I sort of gave everything a bit of a go. I did boxing and that, didn't I? Gave that a go.
About 45 minutes.
And, yeah, a mate sort of said, oh, you know, you're into your dancing, your robotics and that, you're doing your body popping, right? Body popping and that. He said, you ought to come to Twiggy's. And, I went there, but I didn't go in, it was shut. They were just having, like, loads of toilet rolls delivered. I think, like, they were, like, using it as a storage place for toilet rolls and that. So I said, oh, I've come to have a dance. And like, oh, not tonight. Come back tomorrow. I never went back.
Brilliant. What a waste of an anecdote. Right. Brilliant.
Just to recap, you're convinced then that the teachers are asking you to keep diaries so they can keep tabs on you. And then to continue the diary, as there were more problems happening on the estate, they started to add Saturday and Sundays to the school diary to keep an eye on what we were doing at the weekend. I struggled to fill it on a Sunday, as the shop I got potatoes and bread from was shut on a Sunday. I had to go over to Shepherd's Bush to meet someone. I got the tube. There was a badly burnt man on the tube. It's amazing how the body can continue through quite a lot of bad stuff. It got me thinking about how much stuff you could remove in your body, one by one, without dying. If it was a competition, the cockroach would win, as it can live for a week without a head.
I just mean, like, say if, you know, they're running out of ideas for TV programmes and that, right? They get someone who isn't well. They go, look, do you mind if we make a programme on you? And what they do, they sit them in the bed, and they go, right, what we're going to do now is take out the heart, but replace it with a pacemaker. Right,
No. Sorry. People with pacemakers don't have their heart taken out and a pacemaker popped in.
Alright then. Some sort of machine. What I'm getting to is...
Have you been playing Operation?
What I mean is the big finale would just be a head chatting with loads of wires going into it, and it's like, look what we can do with science.
That's what the programme's called. It's the same every week. The volunteer is just a head with loads of wires coming out of it.
Look what we can do with science.
And he's going,
goodbye.
I feel ill.
Got some post delivered to me today. It was... Oh, this is great.
This makes it in the diary.
Got some post delivered to me today. It was addressed to Mr. Dilkington.
I don't know why that's so funny. Oh, God.
I got some post delivered to me today. It was addressed to Mr. Dilkington. I opened it, and the first sentence read, Dear Mr. K. Dilkington, you're one of our most valuable customers. I put it in the bin. Thought I would learn some new words, as Steve always says I don't use enough different words. I read in the Fortean Times that the word whew means an ugly female ghost with drooping breasts.
What do you mean?
Is that how am I pronouncing that right?
Who's using that word? Who is using that word?
It was just W-E-W-E.
Let's call it a woo. An ugly female ghost with drooping breasts. I think I'm right when I say there are too many words in the world. I don't think I will ever get round to using the word woo. Watched a health programme. Wasn't watching it properly, but heard some doctors say that we only get so many heartbeats in a lifetime, so don't do too much exercise. I told Suzanne, and she said I probably hadn't heard it right. We got talking about death. Suzanne said she didn't like thinking about it. I said she might end up being a woo. I was chuffed, as I'd managed to use my new word. I went to the supermarket to get tonight's tea. On the way, I stopped and looked in the fishmongers at all the different fish they had in the window. It's like a child in one of those kids' TV shows.
I know.
Mr. Pilkington went to the fishmonger. He stopped and looked at all the fish in the window.
Hello, Mr. Dilkington, they said.
There was a newspaper clipping stuck on the glass about a two-headed fish that they've made in Taiwan. I don't see the point in doing this, as a fish having two heads ain't gonna solve the world's hunger problems, as the head is the bit you throw away. Invent a fish with two bodies, and I'd say well done.
Good point, isn't it?
Suzanne watched one of her favourite TV programmes. I've told her the telly only goes on if there's something she wants to watch. If there's nothing on, she has to talk to me about stuff I've learnt. Like Descartes. Watched a programme on him the other day. He is the one who said something like, I know I'm about 'cause I dream. Doesn't work for everything, 'cause ants don't sleep. I don't know if I'd like that or not. You don't know if you would like it if you didn't ever
Not
sleep.
sleeping. It's just one long day. I don't know. Don't know how you'd put up with that. Do you think it'd be a good idea?
No.
Why not?
Because, as you said, it would get a bit boring. You know, your sleep is your rest, your time off. It helps you detoxify. It helps you sort of think things through on a subconscious level. You know,
But don't you ever get it where, I mean, sometimes it's brilliant to have a sleep when you're tired, but don't you sometimes feel
that's
like...
the best time to have a sleep, when you're tired.
No, but sometimes when you go to bed and you're not that tired and you're kind of thinking, oh, I'm going to waste some hours of my life now and I'm not really in the mood for this.
Well, that's
sleeping.
just wishing you had longer on this earth doing creative things. I mean, if you didn't have to sleep, you could spend more time talking to a tortoise and going to the toffee shop. Could I just say also that I do not advocate the use of vices on friends' heads. It's dangerous. Do not squeeze your mate's head in a vice. That's just between me and Carl, and you know. And
Ricky Gervais is an experienced annoyer.
And he probably wouldn't let me do it, to be honest. I have to offer him an awful lot of money. Also, do not smoke. There's no point. And floss. I wish I'd flossed when I was a kid. Also, if you've got a bicycle or anything like that for Christmas, please wear the correct safety gear.
Whoa.
What?
Well, I got a bike as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And my dad, you know, I think the helmets used to come with them and what have you. I popped it on, went out on my bike, coming back into the garden. Dad sees me. He said, "Come here." I said, "What?" He said, "I never want to see you wearing that helmet again. You look ridiculous."
Oh, wow. He'd rather take the risk.
No one looks good in them though, do they?
Yes, they do. Wear the helmet.
And we just had an email from Dan. He says, my Mrs. Lynn is pregnant and is 8 days overdue. Carl, could you offer any words of encouragement to coax the baby down the birth canal? I've sat Lynn only inches away from the speaker to allow optimum audio transfer to the uterus. What would you say to that child there, just to lure it out to the wide world, Carl?
I wouldn't rush out, to be honest.
Right.
It's not good, is it? Out here.
Sure.
And I don't really want to talk about kids either, because Suzanne's mate's just had one and now she wants one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Please never bring a child into the world, Carl. Promise us that.
They just bore me. Have you seen, there's loads of people in the office who have got them now and they've all got baby pictures everywhere and they're all like, "Isn't it nice looking?" And it's like, no, it's not. They all look the same. Do you know what I mean?
All like Mel Smith.
They just...
Don't they?
But it's that theory, actually, right? Do you know how I've said before about babies, right,
Yeah.
but like little old people?
Yeah.
There was, no.
Another of the great theories.
No, the fact that, you know, you're born, and you sort of, you know, you got no teeth, you got a little bald head, you can't control your bodily functions and that.
Sure.
Then you get to, like,
Sorry,
70.
you're describing yourself? or
Yeah, I
what?
was saying, you've got a dangerous
No,
ground,
I'm
aren't
just
you?
saying, that's how you're born.
Yep.
Then you get to about 70 or whatever.
Yeah.
All that starts to happen again, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, there was a story in America about, just backing this up again, 70-year-old fella,
70-year-old fella, okay.
little bald head,
Yeah.
right? Probably no teeth and that.
Probably, yeah.
Nappy and that, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Goes
It's not
into,
70-year-olds pop the old nappy on your 70th birthday, take your teeth out.
Goes into an off-licence to get some beer, doesn't get served because they didn't think he was old enough.
Right. Okay. Right, okay.
Wait,
Right, Carl's back. Carl's back.
Wait a minute,
No, I'm
sorry.
okay.
So they thought he was
Right,
a
okay, forget
giant
it.
baby that had walked into an
Forget
off-licence.
it.
Weird, innit?
Steve, forget it.
Carl, please. I
Forget
need
it.
Carl to answer.
No, I mean, that's the story, but it's weird, isn't it? That's
it's
what
not
I'm
true.
saying, it just backed up
The
my
guy
theory
in an
again.
off-licence thought that a giant baby had
A
waddled into an
70-year-old
off-licence.
wrinkled baby in an overcoat, stuck in Werther's Original, smoking a pipe and going, I can't believe it, the price is not the same as they were, right, was a small child.
Well,
Yeah, weird, isn't it? Play a record, you're an idiot. Okay. Oh, I've got some new comedy characters.
I can't believe we're
You know, I love the work of comedy greats like Chris Moyles and Noel Edmonds. I've got some really funny comic characters that'll be popping in and out of the studio.
Save them.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Badly Drawn Boy. All possibilities on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, and a few new characters.
Oh,
Steve.
I can't believe
As you
that.
said, you know, I know you love Moyles and his sort of wacky stuff, and
Chris Moyles,
Edmonds,
one of the greats, one of the
and
greats.
Edmonds, and just all
Oh, no, Edmonds.
well, I'm going to go along the same sort of vein. I've come up with a couple of. Can I do a little? Can I show you one?
I'm excited.
Okay. Well, it always starts with a sort of doorbell. So it goes, ding dong. I go, oh no, hold on, Steve, hold on, Carl. Who's that at the door?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, look, it's Camp David, the right queer gay. Oh, hello. Hello, you look all gay today. Is that because it's nice weather? Oh, no, that's not what it means. Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Camp David, the right queer gay? No, but I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Right.
Oh.
Ding dong. Oh, it's another one.
Hang on.
Another comic. Hello. Oh, look. It's... Holy fuck, the little funny Chinese fella. Wait,
Yeah.
that's his name, Carl.
That's his name, Carl.
Carl. Hello, holy fuck. Harold. right?
Yeah, that's
so,
fine.
Mr. Fook, you can call me Holy if you want. No, I prefer to call you Fook.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Nothing wrong with this so far.
No. Have you got a girlfriend, Mr. Fook? Achoo. Oh, you haven't got that SARS, have you?
Yeah.
No, that's my girlfriend's name. See? Yeah.
Clever.
Oh, just before you go, Mr. Fook, I've got two things here. I've got a nice Trilby hat that you could wear, or I've got a little lampshade.
Right.
Right? Which one do you want to put on your head and walk around? I presume the Trilby.
No, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
The lampshade.
Lampshade, of course.
Bye.
See
you later.
Yeah. I thought they were genius. Can I be honest? I mean, I'll be honest. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were. You didn't steal them off Chris Smalls,
No. They're original. They're original.
Sometimes
characters.
Chris Smalls has done stuff as good as that.
I know. Yeah, I know. But no, these are all mine. So there you go. We'll be hearing more from Camp David, the right queer gay, and Holy Fuck, the funny little Chinaman. What? All right, Carl. Yeah. Is that your sort of humour? It might not be your sort of humour.
You just should have run it past me before you did it.
Yeah. What one were you worried about in particular?
The not Camp David.
Well, say his name.
No.
Say his name.
Which one? I don't know which one you mean.
The Chinese fella.
Well, I forget who that was. What was his name? I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, it can't be that good, so we'll leave it. We won't do it again. Right? I'll tell you what I've got, Steve.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Right. Do you know, like, TV programmes sort of get rested in the winter?
Ding dong. Oh, no.
Hang on, who's this?
Oh, go on. Hello again. Not now, Mr. Fook. We're talking. Bye.
Is that Holy Fook again?
Yeah. God. Look at God's face. Right. Okay, that's it now. I'm not answering the door anymore. Right. Okay, go on.
Right. Yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. He's trying to get in. You've got. Don't be impolite, Rick. Come on, Rick. He wants to come in.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He's gone away now. Go on.
Right. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, Rockbusters coming back for a bit.
What? What are you talking about?
He likes my idea. He likes my characters. He doesn't like that idea.
If I
what? Go on, what, Carl?
No,
what?
I was going to say if I came up with
with what?
With that Chinese fella.
What was his name
for
again?
a sketch. You wouldn't have liked it. So let's do Rockbusters and see how it goes. I know you weren't a fan of it, but.
Hang on,
yeah, but to be honest, Carl, he dissed Cheap as Chimps, and we know that's a brilliant idea.
Hang on, sorry, we all agreed that Rockbusters was a piece of old toss.
No, I didn't. I said it needed resting.
And that's why we stopped doing it.
I said it needed resting for a bit.
I don't remember that conversation. What do you mean it needed resting? We abandoned it because it was appalling. It started off as a nice idea, but you just gone crazy.
Let's play a record and come back to this, shall we? What do you want to play?
Bit of sugar.
Oh,
yeah, brilliant. That'll cheer us all up.
I don't know why you were thinking of bringing this back. I'm genuinely worried about this.
Well,
is that the doorbell? I would be lying, Rick, if I told you that didn't feature in my list of the best singles ever.
That's lovely. It's a.
If I can't change your mind,
great pop tune.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I think Carl's worried about one of the names of my characters, so I'm changing. The gay fella's name to David Gray, the bent pianist.
Right.
That's what. Oh, ding dong! Who's that?
This?
Oh, hello! Oh, look, it's David Gray, the bent piano player. Oh, all right.
I thought it was going to be Columbo. That would have been a joy. Ding dong.
And my wife loves you. Yeah. Hello. Oh, I don't believe it. Look who's turned up, Carl.
Do you want to do Rockbusters, Steve? Now, can we?
Okay, listen. With the whole Rockbusters.
Well, he was talking to me the other day because I'm trying to write a show called Science, and he's sort of going to help me out with some of the research, and I want him to do some on the DVD for it, right? And he was talking about it, and he was talking about he says that in the future they reckon we'll be able to soon. He said they'll be able to take us into space, and it's going to cost us £150,000. Said, what's the point? There's nothing up there. He said when they went up there, right? He said when Louis Armstrong went. In 1966, right? He said, it was nothing there. So there was him, a fella called Buzz, there was one and third bloke that didn't even get out of the spaceship. He said he went all that way, he didn't get out to stretch his legs. How good can it be? Forget it. That's him summing up space exploration.
Don't you agree with that? What's the point in going up there?
Because you're
Are we talking about the finger in the arse again here? Or it's space?
Oh, so what is the point in going
Because you're expanding, you know, human endeavour, aren't you? And the human understanding of the world and the universe. It's like, what else are we going to do as a civilization, as a people, if we're not constantly searching and, you know, and reaching out into the far distance?
But there's nothing there, though.
I know some people you grew up with that haven't left their street, but that's not everyone.
But what is it? What do you mean there's nothing there? That what has got to be there for it to be a worthwhile? Like,
Just something.
what,
I mean,
like,
to be honest,
What would you be
I don't
happy
think-
with finding out on the
Blockbuster
moon?
video?
Just something. I don't think they looked hard enough anyway when they got there, because they seemed to get out, have a bit of a dance about, and then they came straight back. And I sort of think, you know, did they look properly?
It's not a day trip, is it?
But what I mean
But they
is...
took that car out there, didn't they, and drove around a bit?
Yeah, but only a little bit. What I mean is, say if an alien landed in Africa, there's not much there, so they'd go...
What do you mean
let's
there's not
go
much
back.
there?
Well, it's a bit barren, isn't it?
What, Africa? Just in general?
Well, so anywhere
the-
like that,
but the-
desert or whatever, what I'm saying is,
It's got
have a good look round.
probably where all life came from, and probably 500,000 species of
I
animals
just mean
live there.
buildings and that, and stuff.
Oh, buildings.
Well, just stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, did they look properly? Or did they just land, get out, go, oh, bit dusty, whatever, right, let's go back? I just think it's a bit pointless. Especially when we haven't done everything there is to do here.
Go on.
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure there is stuff that needs sorting out.
Well, I know the place that there's no medical man has been in this room.
Yeah.
There's definitely an unexplored cavern sitting right in front.
Right, alright, Steve, would you go to the moon if someone said there's a space?
He doesn't march at a concert because he's scared his glasses to fall off. Of course he wouldn't go to the moon. They'd spin him round in training, his glasses would come off, and that'd be it. He'd feel sick.
My worry is I'm not sure would I be able to wear them under the helmet?
Imagine him!
Like, I went paintballing once, and I had to wear the glasses underneath the mask, and of course it was a bit hot weather, it was awful, it was steamed up in there. Still, I couldn't see anything, I got shot straight away, I was out of the game, it was pointless. You know, it cost me like £8.
You
Yeah.
don't have to be that fit anyway, do you? You're only sort of sat there.
Well, not, well, yeah, but what are you talking about? Think of G-force alone and weightlessness. Of course you've got to be, what?
I think
What?
when you said think of G-force, he thought of G4, the follow-up winners in Pop Idol. I could see it as his eyes glazed over. That's from the REM album that people tend to forget about now because it was so kind of poppy and such a massive hit out of time, but there are some good tunes on it. And there's one of them, Near Wild Heaven.
Excellent, on XFM 104.9. Carl,
Go on.
watching a programme yesterday, and it was about these Japanese snow monkeys. And it was all about how animals learn things that aren't instinctive, particularly sort of primates, because they see other people doing it, and they start a culture. And they can pinpoint when one monkey first went down and got in the hot water springs and stayed there because it was hot, and the others copied them, and now it's part of almost a culture, you know, that won't be handed on because it's not instinctive, but has to be learnt each time. And you know, and they groom as normal like other monkeys, right? But they're really intelligent, and obviously the reason they groom other people, other monkeys, is because they eat the mites. But also, the monkeys have learnt they like being groomed, okay? So they showed this one monkey, it went to a deer, okay, and it was grooming this deer to get its mite off it, right? But then it didn't eat it, it held it in its hand, it went over to a monkey, put the mite on itself to show the monkey it had a mite, and got a free grooming.
That's extraordinary.
That's extraordinary.
That is
because it
extraordinary.
gave up the food, knowing that if he put one there, this monkey would look for mites on it, and it would get a free grooming, and it was like having a little massage. What do you think of that?
It's not bad, I've got some better stuff coming up later.
On Monkey News. On the official
Yeah,
Monkey
do you
News.
see that? Just see what mine though. Mine's true.
I mean, that's an interesting and
It
extraordinary...
actually happened. It's
discovery.
social behaviour amongst primates. So I saw it. I saw it was, you know.
Did it rob a bank, Rick, at any time?
It didn't rob a bank, and it didn't open a hairdresser's.
See, that's what you're letting... That's where you're letting yourself
It's
down.
not. It's not quite good enough, is it? My Monkey News.
No, I got some.
See the difference where I named the species, explained it slightly, told you an interesting fact, as opposed to there's this monkey, right? And
Look at him looking at you.
Yeah,
He's not interested, Rick. Can I tell you now? Can I try and describe for people the face that Karl has? I'll tell you what it's like. It's like if you draw some eyes, a nose, and a mouth on a balloon, and then inflate it to about half full. That's what Karl's face looks like. That's what his head looks like. It looks like a face you've drawn on a balloon. Very small, the rest of the head huge.
It's just that today I'm a bit tired, right? That's one thing.
Why are you a bit tired?
I just haven't been sleeping, right?
Why not?
I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my head.
Oh, this would be like The Simpsons. If we could actually look in there, there would be two monkeys grooming now.
That's extraordinary. The winner, Gina. I think Gina Fairy. Well done, Gina. And the reason I gave it to Gina is because she's included, and this is a wonderful segue, some monkey fact information of her own. She says, apparently, that the group Chumbawamba got their name from one of those monkeys in a room with a typewriter experiments. Someone did it as a joke, and Chumbawamba was a word that was typed out, and that's where the group got their name.
And
apparently.
their lyrics.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is good.
So let's have official monkey news. Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, we've got to be quick.
Go on,
But this is something that was sent in to me ages ago, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, because it's brilliant. We were talking about monkeys typing, the Shakespeare theory and all that. Well, this is about a little monkey called Marty, right? Basically, it's in some science lab, right? It's in there. It was wandering about out of its cage, right? The lab fella was busy on the phone or something, right? And
Typical.
it's wandering about. It goes up to a PC that's in the corner, a little computer, types down, "My name is Marty," right? So the fella got off the phone, saw this on the screen with the monkey sat there, says to his mate, "Have you done this?"
Right, hold on, Karl.
Let
Right.
him finish.
Oh.
Before you question, always let him finish.
I don't know what to do.
Time's against us, come on.
He said, "Have you done this?" He says, "Done what?" He said, "This on the screen here saying, 'My name's Marty,' right?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" As he's having an argument with his mate saying, "You're lying, you did it," monkey's sat there, typing, "This isn't a practical joke, my name is Marty."
Right, and that's the end of the story?
I'm not coming in next week.
I
I
think
think we need a week off. I actually think we need a week off.
it's doing a web chat or something. You can go online and have a chat with it.
The monkey's doing a web chat.
I don't know.
Has he got his own
Right,
website yet? His favourite Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Have a look
episode?
at that. Have a look at that.
Right. Do you believe that, Karl?
It's all there.
No, but do you believe it? Do you believe that monkey could type that and then say this is not a practical joke when he's still arguing?
Weird, isn't it?
Oh.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a wind-up.
It's a joke. It's not even. You haven't even got some of the facts wrong. It's just a wind-up.
Have you noticed the date?
Is it April the 1st?
It is April the 1st.
You are joking.
That it was sent.
You're an idiot, Karl.
It was sent on April the 1st, Karl.
So you're saying the monkey knows it's April the 1st, but you
And
don't
it's doing a
believe...
wind-up, yes. Yeah, I think the monkey has thought, I'll do it on April the 1st so that people think that it's a wind-up, but in actual fact I am a monkey that can type and read. It's a shame you never went into investigative journalism. You could have brought down, you know, the
poor
Watergate
Karl.
scandal.
Poor Karl. Well, I was thinking of a song that sums us 3 up. Yeah? What are we? What do you think? How would you sum us up?
Tricky.
Well, young, gifted and black.
True enough.
Apart from a couple of them.
Yeah, well, we're not gifted.
No.
And we're not very young.
No, I'm certainly not.
Should we take a week off?
Yeah.
Should we maybe just knock it on the head altogether?
We'll take a week off and see what happens.
Okay. See you next... No, let's not see you next
See you in a
week.
couple of weeks.
Yeah. Cheers then, Karl.
Which gets me on to something we've got coming up today.
Oh yeah, he's got a new idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know, like, I've talked about ghosts, and we had that good discussion the other week walking to Piccadilly Circus Station, yeah? And I was telling you about ghosts, and you were saying, "Karl, don't be an idiot," and all that. Spoke to a woman in the week, done a little interview with
You've
her.
done a little interview.
Done a little interview, 2 minutes or so. with a woman who's got ghosts in her house. So
I look forward to hearing that later. That sounds
got that
brilliant.
coming up later.
Well, I'm going to play a classic tune now. I've just gone straight for it. I've gone for the jugular. This is Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie.
Anyway, what are we doing now, Carl?
Well, I teased you with it before.
Are you going to get it out again?
I'm always like trying to get you, you know, thinking, opening your mind up a bit to ghosts and stuff.
Yes.
So, this woman who I know, she said she'd come in and I could interview her to try and sort of, you know, get the belief out there.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
because
thought
there's not enough belief in the occult and rubbish out there.
So does she think she has a ghost?
she has, yeah, she's
got a
had a few.
She has, no, it's fact.
Yeah, no,
Fact,
true.
yeah, she has.
So I thought maybe it's a new feature we could try for a couple of weeks, see how it goes down. You know Parkinson.
Uh-huh.
What about Pilkington? Welcome to Pilkington.
Thank you.
My guest today is Taryn. She's a plugger. You're still a plugger, right?
No, do co-management.
Right,
now.
she does co-management, but she was a plugger. She looked after Therapy, Raging Speed On, Slash, all the big names, yeah? But we're not here to talk about music today. We do a lot of that on XFM. Today we're talking ghosts. Now, Ricky and Steve, who I do the show with, they're not having any of it. So I said, well, I know someone who, you know, gets on with ghosts. There's a lot of them. So I thought I'd get you in today, have a little chat for a couple of minutes, just to sum up the story so they get an idea of what happened. You had a horse, yeah? You had it in some stables.
Yeah.
He hasn't let her speak yet.
You went to, like, look after it and that, play around with it, take it for a ride
Went
and
out
that.
riding.
Yeah. Two of your mates were in the stable where your horse is.
Not my stable, in the opposite stable.
In the opposite stable.
And I heard them giggling and
They're
getting up
messing
to
about and
something.
that, yeah. You heard them having a laugh. So you thought, right, what are they up to? So you go in, and they're messing about with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Right. So, this is where you come in. Did you get involved with the Ouija board?
Unfortunately, I did.
Right. And what happened then?
I was like, oh, you don't believe in this? Oh, let me have a go.
Right.
And ask a few questions, put our hands on, and it actually started moving.
So a lot of the stuff you asked it, did the things happen that you
Yes,
asked?
they did.
Right. So that's scary for a start, right? We haven't even got to the ghost bit yet. So you mess about
Trap
with that.
soul,
Yeah.
I like to call
Right,
him.
trap soul. So you're messing about on the Ouija board. You say, right, I've had enough of this now.
Yeah.
I've got all the answers I need.
Yeah.
You go home.
Didn't like them.
You go in the house, and it's a bit nippy.
The flat is absolutely fine. Is when I went into the bedroom. You've got to remember, it's a very, very warm, hot evening.
Right.
And walk into the bedroom and note it is cold, colder than usual. But I'm actually quite glad because it's so hot.
Right, okay.
Completely ignored the fact that the windows were all shut, but the curtains were blowing. Didn't sleep well at all.
Right.
Next evening, same again.
Freezing.
Yeah,
Wind.
very, very noticeably cold.
Curtains blowing.
Yeah, I'm fast asleep, get woken up, the wardrobe's opening.
So at this point, this is where we clear up. You're not on crack. You're not.
Oh, never touched drugs in my entire life.
You're not a drinker.
No. I will have the odd glass of red wine.
Yeah, right. That's all right. They recommend that anyway. They say it's good for your heart.
What started happening was, as the week progressed, I also felt the bed covers at one point at night fold over, double bed, the bed covers fold over, and it was like someone was getting in the bed next to me. But you've got to remember, when you're in a deep sleep,
Yeah.
you're not quite thinking, and you're thinking, I'm losing it. I was getting more and more tired, more and more a little stressed. I'm really thinking I was having a breakdown. The final straw was when the clothes on the end of my bed that I just throw hit me.
How come you were going back home at night?
Because I was sceptical. In fact, 6 months ago I'd have said, I don't want to go there, people will think I'm mad. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
I know there's more out there.
Well, brilliant. Well, cheers for that, and thanks for being a guest on Pilkington.
incisive investigative journalism there.
I like the fact that you've learned a lot from Parkinson, even stealing some of his questions, like, are you on crack? Which I know he always asks his guests.
Yeah. I like the fact that when she went, I don't know, I have the occasional red one, goes, well, that's alright for you. Good for your art. That was great.
It was brilliant.
That is the best interview technique I've ever heard anywhere.
I feel like there's still some questions unanswered.
Yeah, it hasn't proved it to me, I'll be honest,
No,
Carl. It
it's
hasn't proved the existence of ghosts
I have to
and
say, Rick, that
poltergeists.
I was worried as soon as she got involved with the Ouija board. I was thinking, please do not get involved with that Ouija board.
Yeah. I was worried when she said I heard some giggling coming from the other stable.
Yeah.
Don't go over there. Don't go over there.
It's, what questions did she ask the Ouija board? You didn't ask her that, I noticed.
She didn't want to.
She didn't want to say?
No.
Okay.
Do you think it was something like why that you did to try and confuse the computer, and the spirit world got really annoyed, and they got confused, and they came back and started messing up her clothes?
But what do you think then? There's
What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I think?
What do you think?
What about what? There's nothing I can answer there. There's nothing I can answer.
Alright, she said...
Well, I'll just keep saying I don't believe in the existence of ghosts. Because of the impossibility.
Right. Now, when she said... I mean, the interview I did for 50 minutes.
You did for how long?
50 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah, we might use that at Christmas or something, right? But the thing is...
Well, that's the best you got out of 50 minutes?
They're the highlights.
No,
MTV are not going to call again.
I'll tell you what, right? It did get a bit dark, and I didn't want that sort of stuff going out,
Saturday afternoon, yeah.
But I can understand the heating thing. I said, well, you know, in the full interview, I was saying, you know, that could be anything, couldn't it? Heating broke or something. Now, she said what else was she talking about?
Someone got into the bed next to her.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of said, well, you know, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And she couldn't explain it herself, but I said, but it did wake you up. Maybe you're a little bit sort of, still.
Although the only explanation I can think of, if she didn't actually see anyone, is it was a ghost.
Yeah, well, that
She's
was
probably got a ghost
But
getting in bed.
what about cupboards opening and shutting?
See, again, the only explanation for that is a ghost.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Play a record. It's got to be a ghost.
It is ghost. I think you've proven it to us.
Yeah, a spirit.
Yeah. Street spirit?
Yeah.
Nice.
Street spirit. Radiohead. So, turns out ghosts do exist after all, Steve.
A woman what Carl knows proved it.
I've got egg on my face.
Yep.
On XFM.
Instantly, Rick, I should just encourage you and everyone else listening.
I really have got egg on my face. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, I've just been eating an omelette.
Quick question for you, Carl. Who is a possible guest on next week's Pilkington?
What are you going to investigate?
I mean, what about your removals man?
Right, listen. If you've had an experience, it can be anything, right? It doesn't have to be you've seen a ghost. It can be that you think you're going to live forever, or you can, do any mentalist out there. If you're slightly, wrong. If there's something wrong with you, just email Carl. Is it carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk? Yeah. carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk.
Would you like to be interviewed on next week's edition of Pilkington?
If you are a mental of any description, just lonely, bewildered, stupid, just something wrong with you, right, and you've seen something that's, interesting to you but absolute bollocks, then please call Carl.
Yeah. Carl.Pilkington.
Don't let that put you off, by the way. Don't think, oh, they're going to take the piss out of me. Just if, in any way, if it's, fodder for us, then call up, because Carl will like you. You'll be friends with Carl, won't you?
But now, it's Rockbusters.
Can I just say something now, before we do Rockbusters? A lot of people they come up to me, they say, Steve, we like the show. When are you going to get rid of Rockbusters? It brings it down. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There is lots of people...
Come on, let Carl speak.
Come off it.
What?
Come off it.
What?
I know people who say, you're never going to stop that, are you? So, one of us is lying again.
Well, not really. I'm talking about people who've listened to the show. You're talking about Suzanne. Your girlfriend.
Oh, Martin. He'll be at home now with a pad, getting ready to play.
But I should just...
Max Freeman did encourage Carl on a couple of occasions. He even tried to get him through with the answer egg when we were doing that naming animal round.
Yes.
So...
But I should just say that people think that somehow Ricky and I are endorsing Rockbusters, that somehow by allowing it on the show, somehow we think it's good or we appreciate it. And I need to point out that it's more like when a child comes back from school and they've done a painting. Yeah. It's crap.
Yeah.
But of course you've got to stick it on the fridge.
bigger than the house.
You've got to stick it on the fridge, because otherwise the kids can get upset.
In this next episode, you've got to remember the cat is bigger than the house.
Exactly.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anything.
The humans don't have bodies, their legs come straight from their head.
Yeah, Mummy and Daddy.
Please welcome to the stage Karl Pilkington's Rockbusters.
Alright. Right, so, cryptic clues,
No, not
initials,
cryptic.
and you work
Rubbish
it out
clue.
and you email in and that.
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
Don't be stealing my tools. Take your sister's. Alright, and the initials NK.
Don't be stealing my tools. Take my sister's.
Yeah, so that's like the cryptic clue, and the initials of the artist or band is NK. Alright? Second one. Buy it if you want, not bothered. Think about it. Come back. Right, come back if you want.
Start again, Carl! Last halfway through! Right, start that second one again!
Right, well, you can back...
It's different! Well, the first one was, bite it, this one was, yeah, well, write it down, bite. Right, do it. If it's a cryptic clue, all the letters count. Do it.
Buy it if you want, I'm not that bothered. You know, think about it, come back, check some other places out first before you know...
That was a crossword clue! In the Times! So we've got no time for other clues. Right.
So that's SC.
Right, do that clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, do you know what I mean? Think about it.
Fast has made an appearance! Fast wasn't there before! Do the clue again. Do the clue again.
Initials SC for that one.
Do the clue again.
I don't want to do it again.
You haven't finished it yet?
I have, that's it.
No, do the clue again.
I can't do it again.
Do the clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, right? Shop around, come back. It's up to you. I'm not pushing you into anything.
It's
right?
up to you, wasn't there?
SC for that one, right? And the final one, that's good, I can play 10-pin bowling again.
Okay, and what's the clue?
That's O for that one. O. Alright, so...
Okay, now I assume... I'm not going to bother to look, but I assume there's a jiffy bag of tats which people can win. Alright, well, great, good luck. Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk is the email address.
Thorns?
No, buy it if you want. I'm not fussing. Come back, have a look round. I'm open Wednesdays, by the way. Shut up, I'll see you later. Go on, Carl.
Should we have the Rockbusters answers?
Yeah,
We've got to get that tat out of the way.
I'd love to. Number one was, don't be stealing my tools, take your sister's. The initials were NK. That was Nick Ershaw, right?
Nick Ershaw?
Nick Ershaw, 80s.
I don't know. I've never heard of that band.
Nick Kershaw.
Nick Kershaw, yeah. Nick... sorry, what? I don't understand it. Nick... How does Nick Kershaw...
Second one.
No! Don't move on! Nick Ershaw! What's Nick Ershaw?
Jesus. Alright.
It doesn't count. It's not a clue.
So let's just leave it behind us, alright?
Second one was, buy it if you want. You know, I'm not bothered. You can think about it, come back, have a look around, think it over. I'm not fussed. The initials were SC. That was soft sell. Right?
That works.
Yeah.
Well done.
That works.
Right. And that's good. I can play 10-pin bowling again. That's O. That's outcast. Alright?
What?
What does that mean? Outcast?
You're out, you broke your arm. Right? Got the cast
that's
off
ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
You broke your arm, you were in a cast, you got rid of the cast, you're outcast.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah.
I mean, I am stunned.
I think, to be fair, that was because how many bands begin with O?
Yeah.
I think that's why people got it.
Exactly. But there were guesses, yeah. I could probably make Oasis work if I tried hard enough.
We've done that.
Oh, pardon me.
So, outcast.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
But
We've
it's
had worse than that.
ridiculous.
We've had worse than that.
The leap to
We had
bowling.
worse than that!
No,
Imagine that!
I remember when I did my wrist in, then it fixed, I went 10-pin bowling.
Why did you do your
So
wrist
it's what you did. Brilliant. So next week's quiz is what am I thinking? You're an idiot, Carl. Play a
Who's the winner?
record.
Why did you do your wristing?
Crash. A
what?
Crash. Had a crash.
You had a crash?
Yeah.
That sounds like a story we've not explored.
Not much to it. I just went on a free sort of rally day. Got in this car. I'd been working all night, right? So I wasn't the best condition to be whizzing around the track in a car.
Sure.
Like a Formula 1 type car.
Yeah.
Spun out of control, hit some mud, smashed it all in, wrote it off, and I didn't realise I'd done a load of damage until...
Well, you landed on your head, but you were fine.
Yeah.
Who's the winner?
Mike Godwin.
I'm in love with the girl.
If you live in Australia, you might have the sun and stuff, but you've got, like, deadly snakes,
Yes.
which are deaf. Did you know snakes are deaf?
Snakes are deaf.
They don't have ears.
Okay.
So you're alright walking about behind them.
Yep. But if they see you ahead of you,
you're
you're in trouble.
But yeah, with places like Australia, you know, people go, oh, it's great, it's sunny, but they don't talk about the spiders and
They keep the spiders.
lizards
Yeah.
and stuff.
Quite.
So I think we've got a bit of both the best worlds.
So you're worried though about in the future, vultures flying through the sky, we've got various creepy crawly snakes. You concerned about that?
Yeah, well, there's a load. I saw something in the news in the week that a load of sparrows or something was somewhere. Maybe that's the start of it.
That's an interesting story.
Was that front page or? There's a load of sparrows somewhere.
No, about
Read all about it. Sparrows somewhere.
Some sparrows somewhere.
Sparrows somewhere.
Load of sparrows somewhere.
Sparrows somewhere.
there you go. Anyway,
Excellent. That's
Thank you
great.
very much, Carl.
That's Carl giving his views on the news.
don't do that next week.
Why not?
I just don't like it.
Why?
Pressure.
It's not pressure. You did brilliantly.
Yeah.